So I'm having a look at one of Urtopia's newest bikes, and this is the Carbon 1 ST. The ST stands obviously for step-through design with this frame. Now, being carbon fiber, and it has carbon fiber frame and front fork, it's very light. This is 16 kilos only, and for the size of this bike with 700C wheels, that is very good. So that means you can easily lift it up or down stairs. It's not really going to be a problem at all. Now, it has built-in anti-theft features with it. So we've got GPS tracking, there's even a fingerprint reader built into the unit here, and it's got an eSIM, and it can constantly track the position of this. It's great if someone wants to steal it, at least you could probably and hopefully find out where it is. Now we've got brand components on this, so TechTablets brakes 160 millimeters, they're hydraulic. We have Samsung battery right here, which is locked into place. And this is 352 watt hours. It only takes 2.5 hours to charge, which is very quick. And we've got a built-in front light here. The motor's 250 watts, so it complies with EU laws, and it's limited to 25 kilometers per hour. Again, it's within the law here, so it's all legal, this bike here. It's even marked on the motor, the top speed and the power. Now, it does have 42 Newton meters of torque, or 45 Newton meters of torque, depending on the information I've looked at, which is quite good for climbs because we also have a 10-speed setup here. It's Shimano's Qs for the gears, and that means for climbs it's going to be absolutely fine, and we have a really good top speed with this. Now, the range is up to 130 kilometers, which I'll be putting to the test in this review of the Urtopia Carbon 1 ST. So the seat that Urtopia's gone with, very wide, nice and padded, and I like it. It's comfortable. Now, you notice that there's no built-in rear light, but we do get this little tail light that they do include. So there's a reflector, then an LED light. The tail light, it's not particularly bright, and probably my biggest complaint of the bike is I wish it was incorporated in the frame somehow, but I do see that with this style of frame, at least, it is kind of difficult with the step-through design. So we have a torque sensor. It works really well, and these pedals, you can see Urtopia branded. They have like sandpaper on top of them, a very different design, but I found them to be all right. Probably wouldn't be swapping them out. And the kickstand does not rattle, nice and steady. We've got those TechTablets brakes, so 160 millimeter hydraulic disc brakes. They do work really well. Rear hub motor here is 250 watts with 42 Newton meters of torque, and then a 10-speed setup. So it's Shimano Qs and works well. The derailleur alignment is perfect out of the box. No grating of gears or anything, which is good. And the chain here, you can see, is from a YB end, not the typical KMC that I normally see. We've got lock grips with a palm support there. They're very nice, they're comfortable, plenty of grip from them. And then the gear selector, so the 10 speeds there with the Shimano Qs, and it's working well, good position. And on the left, we have like this D-pad. So the middle button, if you press and hold, that's for the voice commands. Just tapping it is the bell. Then you've got the arrows up and down for the pedal assist levels. So there is 0 completely off, 1, 2, and 3, and turbo, and left and right to go through information on the screen. And we can't unfortunately see the display here. I mean, you can in the sunlight, but with my camera settings, you can't really see it properly, unfortunately. The frequency just doesn't match. So if you press and hold, as I said before, with the middle button on the D-pad, light on. Light on. That's the voice command. So just tell it to turn the light on. And we have the microphones. You can just see at the top there, those little dots there. So it does have navigation with it. You can even see the weather. You go to the other menus and your battery life and your pedal assist levels. Included in the box, there's this reflector, which I had to put to one side, and we have a front headlight, which does work all right. It lights up the path ahead of me, but also surrounding the front wheel, which is quite good for safety and great that it's built in. The battery, which is using Samsung cells, is 352 watt hours. It can charge in just 2.5 hours, so it's very quick. That's one of the fastest I've ever tested. Locked into place there, so it is removable, and you can see we have 2 mounting points there for bottle holders. So for tires, they're from Kenda, puncture resistant tires, and they are 700C by 40C. Okay, so on to what the Carbon 1 ST is like to ride. So it is a slick looking bike, and the design of it with the step-through frame means it's very easy to get on and off it. And as I talked about before, those handlebars being swept back means your riding position is very upright, really comfortable, and it is a great city commute bike. So starting out, you have the pedal assist level will, when you first turn it on, be on 0, which is nothing, no pedal assist, but we get 1, 2, 3 in turbo. And with the torque sensor, that power delivery is pretty much instantaneous. It's very good. It is smooth, and you don't really hear the motor. Only in climbs, you'll hear that motor. But very comfortable ride. I got plenty of space for my knees. Don't feel like they're gonna hit the handlebars or the screen there. And this is a bike that is gonna be all about the city commutes, especially in dedicated bike lanes here, which we do have in the city. And to the left, this is part of the city outer wall. Very old, they ended up rebuilding about half of it, but at least we get that small segment and some history there of Denia to do with the old city defenses. On to the climb test. So this is 20 degrees, the climb approximately, and I do have my gearing currently, well, quite high. I'm in the 8th gear and pedal assist level 3, however, for this climb. So starting out, torque sensor realizes that I'm pedaling and straight away I get power. And this is very easy, and especially with these gears, because I can lower them down into the 5th gear, even less effort there, and climbing up this no problem. Currently at 12 kilometers per hour. Now I can use the turbo mode. If I press the little arrow keys, well, the little pad that we have here, to holding that down, in fact, it'll go into the turbo mode. There we go. Makes that noise, turbo. And not really noticing that much of a difference from power level, pedal assist level 3 to turbo, but very, very easy, this climb. And what if I turn it all off? So pedal assist level, but I'll get it into a lower gear. Right, now it's off. Okay, it's hard going, but this is possible. Now with other bikes that have carbon belt drives and only maybe a 2-speed hub, very difficult, but this is okay. And for the braking now, we've got Tektro hydraulic disc brakes from the white post here, doing approximately 30 kilometers per hour. I will do a full emergency brake. So 1, 2, and 3. All right, locking up the rear a little, but it's before this post. So this is above average braking performance. If I'm on the post, it's about average. Anything past there is quite poor, but this is good. Good braking performance here from the Carbon 1 ST. And the other thing to point out is top speed, very good. Thanks to our Shimano Q's 10 speeds in the top gear, I can happily cruise along at around 30 kilometers per hour with a top speed of about 34, 35 kilometers per hour if I really push it. And this is going up, well, a slight climb now. So very good with those gears. Great top speed. All right, so onto range, what am I able to get? Now, the claim is 130 kilometers, but it's a little bit like, well, those EVs out there. So electric vehicles, they often say they can do, say, 570 kilometers, but in reality, it's a lot less, and it depends on various factors. So rider weight, the kind of terrain that you're riding on, and how many climbs, and especially the pedal assist level that you're using. So I use mostly pedal assist level 2 and 3, didn't use turbo, and I'm able to achieve around 80 kilometers out of this, which I think is excellent. Yes, you could say we're at 50 kilometers short, but that 50 kilometers would probably be pedal assist level 1 and a very light rider. And I would say, well, no climbs. It would probably be on the flat. And I've done some big climbs with this because I've ridden all the way down here. I've ridden back up a few times, back down all around town and filming. And 80, I think, is very good for the style of bike with, of course, 700C wheels. That is definitely helping. So I love the fact that it only weighs 16 kilos. That is really light for the size of this bike. It feels fantastic. The frame, there's no rattles. Build quality is excellent. Plastic mudguards are good, so they don't transmit any rattles like you can sometimes get from those thin steel ones. They're not also going to get chips and rust and have issues like that too as well. The gear shifts from Shimano, so the 10-speed setup with this. Shimano Q is absolutely fine, and it's great to know, peace of mind, that we have Samsung battery cells. So brand battery cells, and this is very good. Braking performance above average, as I pointed out. Climbing performance is also very good, especially if you put it into a lower gear. But even without even putting it into, say, first or second gear and having it in the 6th or 7th, I was able to climb up a 20-degree climb really no problems using pedal assist 3 there. Seat is very wide, it's very comfortable, getting on and off is really easy. So overall, it's a great bike. What have I discovered as the drawbacks? Well, one is as I pointed out, there's no built-in tail light. I would have liked to have seen that. I mean, they do give us one that we can put around the seat post. It's not particularly good, but of course you can replace that. It's one minor little thing here. The other is the price. It's a carbon fiber bike, so naturally, yes, of course, it is expensive, more than what you pay for bikes that are using a aluminium frame to them. So that is why the price is a bit higher there. So thank you so much for watching my review here of the Carbon 1 ST from Urtopia.